Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy MTG back here with another video today. And today, guys, EA made a little oopsie. They accidentally released Ultimate Team early in the UK and some other parts of the world. And a lot of people have seen some of these leaks. And there are some cards that we were not supposed to see until launch that we see now. And I'm going to go over those cards. Now, this video is a little risky. I don't know if EA wants all this information out there, but I got to get it to you guys because there is some huge information on this video, so make sure you guys are staying tuned, liking, subscribing for all Madden 24 content. And without further ado, let's take a look at them. The first thing we saw here was team captains were leaked. Now, usually team captains aren't the best cards in the game, but they are solid, pieces that maybe get up to like an 85 overall and play really well for the first couple weeks of the game. These cards include Frank Gore, Eric Berry, Nick Mangold, and Rondé Barber. In my opinion, not really any studs right here. Eric Berry I think is going to be the best pick as a strong safety. Frank Gore will be a nice little halfback too at the beginning of the game. But Mangold, if you complete Rookie Premier, you're going to have the 84 overall center. And Rondé Barber, there's already an influx of corners in the game, and he's a little short. So there might not be a reason to pick him, in my opinion. Plus, I think you can get him in the pre-order pack, if I remember correctly. I think he was an inductee this year. But Frank Gore and Eric Berry are the best two. Who would I would go with? I'm probably going to go with Eric Berry. There's not really a great strong safety. The strong safety for Rookie Premier is solid, but Eric Berry will probably be better than him, a little bit taller, faster, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go Eric Berry with mine, most likely. This could be subject to change too, but Frank Gore should be a fun card. I kind of need to see the stats though, but I'm leaning toward Eric Berry here. One of the other things that got leaked was the George Pickens comp pass player, and oh my goodness, this card is incredible with 87 speed, 94 excel, 94 jumping, not 94 excel, 88 catching, 89 catch in traffic, 91 spec catch, 85 short, 85 medium, and 88 deep. This is going to be probably the best receiver in the game for a while. We'll get to some of the stuff later in this video, but as an 89 overall receiver, he's going to be basically 2 overalls above the next best receiver for the first couple weeks of the game. Not to mention his stats aren't crazy. 6'3" as well. He's a huge target. This is going to be the number one card everybody's probably chasing at the beginning of the year, and probably the best receiver until, I don't know, middle of September, late September. I don't see us getting another card that's going to rival this. So George Pickens is going to be crazy for the first month, maybe even month and a half, maybe even until we get to most Sphere. We might not see a card as good as this George Pickens. So make sure you guys are grinding out that comp pass. The speed will be caught up eventually, but the jumping and the height will not be touched for a long time in this game. Now we're going to transition over to headliners. We see, all the headliners. We see a ton of them right here. A7 Kenny Pickett. Solid card. Probably not going to be anything crazy. I just go with the Josh Allen, even though I'm a Steelers fan. Probably not going to pick up this card just because he's going to be too pricey for what he's worth. We also have Ramondre Stevenson, who should be a fun little halfback at the end of the year. I believe he has some nice trucking if I'm thinking of the right guy. So Ramondre Stevenson will be a good card. We got Jock right here. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he will be a fairly good card as well. I would recommend maybe getting him for a coverage game if you run it like that, but if you don't, maybe steer clear of him. Cameron Curl will be an incredible strong safety at the end of the game. Definitely worth looking into picking up, kind of like the Javon Holland from last year. Think of it that way. And then we have this Frankie Luvu, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Probably nothing crazy. Honestly, these cards are a little underwhelming. Ramondre Stevenson and Cameron Curl are the only 2 cards I think you're going to see a lot of. Maybe some Kenny Pickett in there too, just because he might be one of the better quarterbacks in the game. I'm trying to zoom in on I cannot tell the ability he has. That might be Hot Route Master, which would be huge if it actually is. So maybe that's worth getting, but besides that, the Jock and the linebackers probably aren't going to be anything crazy. We also see Trevon Walker, Khalil Herbert, Kadarius Toney, right tackle for the Bears, and J.C. Horn, along with the left end for the Texans as your 84 overall cards. These cards, Kadarius Toney will be a fun card if you really want to use him. He's probably not going to have a place on my team, to be honest with you. J.C. Horn will be a good card. He's usually a tall corner with some good speed, so that might be something you should look up into picking up. And then Trevon Walker should be really good right outside linebacker as well. Overall, my opinion on headliners, a little underwhelming, but still going to be pretty good in the game, especially if Kenny Pickett gets the right abilities. And, Ramondre Stevenson and Cameron Curl will probably have some good stats above the next best correlates in the game. Now, this, in my opinion, is the biggest thing that got leaked. Legends. I believe Legends are going to be in the game day 1, which we haven't seen in, I don't know, probably 6-7 years, it feels like. It feels like usually they're released on the first weekend. Maybe they do release the first weekend or the second weekend or whatever. But yeah, if they're in the game day 1, that's definitely a W. We got Dan Dierdorf, Franco Harris, Devin Hester, Ed Reed, Richard Sherman, Javon Curse. We also see Fred Taylor and Junior Seau. Huge names here. I mean, We see Franco back in the game too. He's going to be one of the best fullbacks in the game for a long time. He'll also be a really good running back day one as well. Devin Hester is going to be a great returner and probably going to have 87, 88 speed, which is going to be huge. He's probably going to overtake Tyreek Hill as the fastest receiver in the game. Ed Reed's going to be a really good safety over top. Richard Sherman, a great tall corner. Javon Curse is always a dominant left end. And then we got, a right tackle too. He can fill up that position for a long time. Fred Taylor will be a good elusive back. Then we also see Junior Seau, which will be a solid user if you're into middle linebackers. Overall, the Legends cards in Madden, hey, this is a major W. If they are coming out day one, I think maybe the best card right here is probably going to be Richard Sherman or Ed Reed, one of those two. But then not far behind that, I think Franco, you're going to see, is going to be very dominant. If you guys remember the Jerome Bettis a couple years ago at the start of MUT, he was really dominant as well. Just a big, thick back that no one could take down. It's going to be pretty similar to Franco Harris. Not to mention we didn't see him in the game last year, so I'm hyped up as a Steelers fan to see him back in the game. And then Javon Curse can be a really good left end. If you pair him with Aiden Hutchinson, you got a solid duo. Overall, legend cards being leaked right here. It's a W. So make sure you guys are looking into that kind of stuff because we're probably going to see some more leaks here in the next couple hours. I'm recording this right now at 10:40 Eastern time. I don't know when it's all going to, I don't know what EA doesn't want out. I'm sure EA does not want this stuff out, but, I'm putting it out anyways because if it gets taken down, it gets taken down. But you guys should see some of this content because there is some crazy cards coming to Madden 23 Ultimate Team or Madden 24 Ultimate Team, I gotta start saying. And then there's also, if you guys were unaware of, there's like the Field Pass stuff. There's, Bryce Young, Reggie White coming into the game. There's some cards like that. I believe we saw that Jalen Ramsey got up to an 87 overall, I want to say. Maybe it was 89. I think it was 87, though. So that's going to be a really, really good corner as well. It might be 89 now, I think, but I'm not completely sure. And then there's also there's another, I think it's a corner for the Comp Pass, too. I cannot remember his name, but he should be pretty solid as well. I'm going to try to look it up real quick as we're just sitting here for a second. But let me know what you guys think about Ultimate Team so far. I really enjoy. I'm liking the look of this. Something we also saw is there's a training. I think the TVP they set back is back in the game as well, which is kind of an L in my opinion. But there is something called like a training shuffle pack. It's 295 training. You get between 100 and 1,000. You're gonna lose on it most times. It's just a gamble, but it's something fun. Maybe get it 1,000 and make a fair amount of coins, or I guess training points. I guess you can make a fair amount of those. Also, we saw gold and elite platinum cards. I think they're probably going to be coming back into packs. Gold platinum cards will be interesting. They're probably going to sell for like 2,000, 3,000 coins, but something at least. Yeah, there's definitely some cool things. AJ Terrell will be the other Comp Pass player as well, which he will be a really speedy corner and someone to look into getting. So overall, leaks come out. There's some really good cards in here. I'm so pumped up for Madden. We're literally just 2 days away, guys. So make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, comment down below, and turning on post notifications. I cannot wait, guys. Make sure you guys are tuned in. Madden 24 Ultimate Team hype, and I'm NTG. Peace out.